For those of you guys tuning in, welcome to the Convert with Confidence group. Guys, can you hear me? Yes? No? Awesome. Good. So, first of all, as we get started here, go ahead and introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. Where are you from? Where are you tuning in from? I know a lot of you are brand new faces to the group, and I'm really excited to share all the content that I have. Hey, Maria, always nice to see you here. I love our weekly chats. For those of you newbies, those new faces here, drop in. Let us know that you're here. Let us know that you are tuning in. And if you're new here, go ahead and introduce yourself. It's always awesome to see you guys. Maria, Julianne, of course. And for those of you tuning in. So, this is going to be a fun one today. We're going to talk about motivation. And while this topic comes off so complex for people, I have to say that motivation is probably one of the top complaints and struggles that I see in the entrepreneurs, and even in the people who are not business owners that I have worked with in the past, is this thing of motivation. In fact, perfect timing, I just had a client session earlier, and her thing was, I don't have any drive, I don't have any motivation. So let's first talk about motivation. What is motivation? Because honestly, I think why most people struggle is not because they're not motivated, but it's because they, first of all, don't even know really what motivation is, or like what is your internal source of motivation, like what motivates you. It's like, if you're not connected to this, we tend to kind of just grab onto what everybody's saying. Like, oh, that person says that they're struggling with motivation because they just don't go to work out, or they don't follow through with prospecting. They don't show up on their sales calls. So that must be me. I must be struggling with motivation too. And this is typically why people struggle, is that they don't really seek a solution to this thing called lack of motivation. It's more or less this very colloquial thing that's passed around in society today. So we see somebody who's like sitting on the couch and they're like, oh, I should go to the gym today, or I should go do my laundry today, or I should start that business, I should follow up with that client or customer. But they don't do it. And you end up creating a meaning out of it, like, I'm lazy, I'm not good enough, it's not going to work out. These are all just meanings that we create. And that's it. That's where the story ends, right? We create a meaning and then we get paralyzed. And this is how most people operate. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Do you guys know what I'm talking? If you are resonating with what I'm saying here, which should be all of you guys, go ahead, put me in the chats. If you know what I'm talking about here, I'm raising my hand because I'm also prone to this, because I'm also a human being. Put me in the comments if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, you don't know what else to do, so you create a meaning out of it, and then you just get paralyzed. You know what I'm talking about? And what are these meanings you create? Like, I'm lazy, it's not going to work, I don't have time, I don't have the money. Like, again, these are the ways we rationalize why things don't happen in our life and in our world, right? So if this resonates with you, drop me in the comments. Let me know if this is this resonating with you guys, or am I just talking to the wall? Am I talking to the completely wrong crowd? You guys are on top of it, you're motivated, you're going, you're chugging along, nothing's getting in the way. Or do you guys know what I'm talking about here? Go ahead and drop me in the comments, just to let me know that you guys are there, you're awake on this Tuesday. And we're like one big family here. Like, we're all sharing very similar struggles as business owners. Like, honestly, a lot of times we think we're the only ones. Like, we think we're special. We have this special, we're the special ones who just aren't going to be able to make it. Have you ever rationalized, or have you ever demotivated yourself by saying that? Like, it's just not going to work for me. I'm going to be the special one. It's working for everybody else, but I'm going to be the special one that this program or service or whatever is not going to work for. I have been there myself. And honestly, don't you guys know on a deeper level that that's not true, right? I think all of us, when we really dig deep, we kind of know at the back of our mind, right, that it's not really true, right? Like, look, it's clearly working. I've seen enough evidence, like things are chugging along, but we still like let panic and anxiety ensue, and then we again come up with all these meanings. So you guys know what I'm talking about. I know it's like some of the scariest things, especially if you're starting a business. I don't know. I don't know what else is scarier than starting a business other than like bringing a child into this world. Like, I think these have got to be the most two terrifying things, right? Is bringing a child into this world, or bringing a business into this world, right? Has got to be like, whoa, right? Like, even I have these moments of like, whoa, like next level, or what a mentor of mine says is new level, new devil, right? New level, new devil, which is was powerful for me to hear, and just serves as a reminder that, look, like every time we want to level up, every time we want to get to the next level, there's going to be another devil, there's going to be another challenge, and that's expected. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not flawed in any way. You're not the special person that this isn't going to work for. Remember, on a deeper level, we kind of know this, right? If we're really honest with ourselves. So that's the first place to start, right? So let's talk about what motivation is. And as you all are tuning in here, and I love to get to know my audience, guys, drop who's here on the chat here today. Who's here today? Drop your first name and let us know what you do. I love to know what people in this group do. Like, what is your specialty? What is your expertise? Go ahead, drop your name and your expertise as we roll in here. Okay. So what is motivation? Have you ever actually asked yourself this question? Like, have you ever stopped and paused, like, wait a minute, how do I know I'm not motivated? Like, what is the evidence that I'm not motivated? How do I know motivation isn't there? And how do I know if it is? Right? Have you ever broken it down? And this is what you'll do if you end up working with like healers and hypnotists, right? Is like, we break it down so much, like, wait, how do I know when I am motivated, and how do I know when I'm not? Like, what is the evidence you're experiencing? And that's going to be how to access motivation for you. Okay. And this is actually a lot simpler than what people make it. Some people are on prescription drugs because they're struggling with motivation. Some people are going to therapy and counseling for years and months on end because they're struggling with motivation. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? Put me in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. I had a psychiatrist who I told I was struggling because I was unmotivated, was going to slam me with a prescription drug. Like, but it made sense, right? Like, psychiatrists, that's what they're trained to do, is like slam you with a drug. And I was like, that's when things started to click for me. I was like, wait a minute. How does just giving me another drug create like natural desire? That doesn't make any sense, right? And that leads me into what is motivation. So motivation, go look this up in the dictionary. You can go look it up in the dictionary. You will see something along the words of natural desire. It's just a natural desire. It's not some sort of magical attitude, magical energy, magical feeling that you get from watching like some like positive thinking motivational video. That's not motivation. You might cook up excitement with that. You might cook up like joy or passion when you're reading a book or watching a YouTube video, but that's not motivation. That's where people get confused. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, have you ever copped up like, oh, I read this book, now I'm so motivated? That's typically, it can, right? It can, if that book helps you have that conversation with yourself that's missing here, that you're not motivated. But most of the time, we end up getting excited by things we see, but that's not really motivation. That's excitement. That's passion, right? And these things can certainly move us forward. And I certainly would never discourage reading books and watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. But the problem is people tend to rely on these things. They tend to rely on video after video, audio after audio, YouTube video after YouTube video, and wonder why they're still kicking themselves to the finish line. You guys know what I'm talking about? This was me almost my entire life. If you guys can resonate with this, drop the word kick in the comments. Like, drop the word kick in the comments if you're like, I feel like I'm kicking myself to the finish line. Like, I have to beat myself up to get motivated. Again, another big mistake that we make. Julianne, thanks for sharing what you do. Yeah, I love it. Breathe love and life back into, life and love back into their breath. Yeah, oh my gosh, beautifully said. I love it. And this is not motivation, guys. Let me ask you something. When you're beating yourselves up, when you're like, oh, I'm such an idiot, or what's wrong with me, do you actually feel motivated? Like, is that motivated for you? Probably not, right? It has never created any kind of desire in me for anything, to browbeat myself, to make myself wrong, to beat myself up. No, that just makes me angry, makes me frustrated, and it creates stress. You know what I'm talking about? Is this starting to make sense for you guys? Are all the puzzle pieces kind of coming together now? I went on this mission, like, this took me over 25 years to learn, and I'm giving it to you all right here. Okay, probably longer, probably took me 30 years to learn all this. That motivation, you cannot create a natural desire inside of yourself by, like, taking a prescription drug. It just doesn't work like that. You can stimulate excitement, you can stimulate joy, passion, and things, but that stuff typically also dies down after a while. You can't sustain that. So when you don't know how to access what's naturally desirable for you, then we end up doing all of these things, like beating ourselves up, kicking ourselves to the finish line. You feel like, on one hand, like, you know what to do and why to do it, but you're not doing it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you have, like, your mind is going one way, your body's going in the other. It's like you're fighting yourself. If you don't know how to actually motivate yourself in a proper way, in a way that's effective, that connects to your natural desires, then you end up having to fight yourself. You end up, again, this is where the kicking and browbeating comes in. You are logically thinking, like, you logically know that this is the next step, like, this is what I need to do, but you don't do it, right? You just, again, you're sitting on your couch doing nothing, you're watching TV, you're tranquilizing yourself with friends and, alcohol or whatever it is, right? That's what we end up doing when we feel unmotivated, right? We end up tranquilizing ourselves. We end up feeling depressed, right? This is what ends up happening, is this turns into, like, all the dominoes now are falling. The dominoes are now turning into depression because I'm not moving towards my goals. And then we make up things like, I'm lazy, I'm not good enough, I'm an idiot. All these identity level statements that change how we perceive ourselves, and which in turn change how others perceive us as well. And all because we just don't know how to properly access our internal, our natural desire for whatever it is. In fact, let's have some fun here, guys. I want to have a little fun. I want you to drop what you're desiring right now in the chat. What is everybody desiring right now? Maybe you're desiring a 6-figure business. Maybe you're desiring one client to pay you that price that you're wanting to say. Maybe you're desiring the next level in your business, whatever that is. Maybe you're desiring dinner. Maybe it's dinner time and you want dinner. Put in the chat, let's have a little fun here. What is everybody here desiring right now? Drop it in the chat. Let's see what comes up. This will be fun. I'll start. So one thing I'm desiring right now in this moment is a workout. Like, I'm desiring a workout right now. I want to go decompress, move my body, stretch, do all those things. So I'll kick it off. What are you guys desiring? Drop it in the comments. Even if you have to take a minute to think about it. Let's create motivation here right now. This is what we're doing right now, guys. We're gonna do this in a fun way, not just me talking at you. What are you desiring right now? And you're just when I thought about working out, like my state changed. And watch this. So guys, drop in the comments. What are you desiring right now? Let me make sure I'm seeing everybody's comments. Yeah. I think some people are trying to access the live training. What are you guys desiring? Come on. Am I just talking to the wall here? I'm just gonna look at you guys until you start give me one answer. Come on, guys. You guys don't desire anything at all? There's nothing that you want. There's nothing. Awesome. A walk in the park. Beautiful. Beautiful. And really focus on now. Where do I want right now? And you'll get an answer, but we're exercising a new muscle here where we're tapping into your inner dialogue, your inner feelings. We're not thinking, we're feeling here. So what do you really desire? Come on, let's have another one. Let's have another one, guys. What are you really desiring? And notice what happens when you put it in the chat. You're going to notice something happen when you drop it down. This is fun, right? We're doing exercises here instead of just me talking at you. Because this is how you do it, right? And as you're thinking about it, like Maria, as you're thinking about the walk in the park, how do you feel, right? Money, high quality clients. Yes, yes. Love it. Yeah. For those of you tuning in, drop what you're desiring in the comments. Maybe you desire a new car. Maybe you desire a clean car. Maybe you desire a brand new home. Like, start to really bring to the top of your mind what you desire. Okay? So when we don't know how to do this, what we end up doing is blaming ourselves. We end up guilt tripping ourselves, right? Can you see how if we don't know how to properly do this, we are just literally doing this. It's like we're butting heads, we're fighting ourselves. And what this ends up looking like the typical route for people who struggle with motivation is, again, prescription drugs, years or months of therapy, just talking about their problems, staying stuck where you are, right? Because you're not even, it's like you're motivating yourself by being in pain instead. If you're beating yourself up, kicking yourself to the finish line, it's like you're actually trying to motivate yourself through pain, and not good pain. It's like anger, frustration, things like that. I'm going to show you how to use pain to motivate yourself, because pain and suffering can be a very powerful motivator, and I'm going to talk about that here in a minute, okay? So these are all the things that end up happening how it shows up in business if you don't know how to motivate yourself, right? Like maybe you struggle to get up in the morning on time. You hit your alarm, right? Or you don't make yourself a good healthy breakfast. You're not motivated to cook. So you just run to I don't know what's open as far as fast food in the morning, but I don't know, Wendy's or McDonald's in the morning, right? And then we make up these stories about why we're not good enough, blah, blah, blah. And then we end up paralyzed and back where we started, and nothing's happening. In fact, we're actually moving away from our goals. Remember, you can only be moving towards or away from your goals, right? There's nothing in between. You're either moving away or towards. That's it. So I'm asking you guys now, are you moving with the actions you're taking right now? Are you moving towards your goals right now? Put toward, if you're moving towards your goals, put away if you feel like you're actually drifting farther from your goals. So drop that underneath, drop that in the chat. If I know I'm moving forward, it's hard, it's tough, but I'm doing it, right? Like I'm overcoming obstacles, I'm seeing progress. So I am moving towards, even though it's a challenge, right? Or are you moving away, right? Are you moving away? Drop away in the comments if you feel like you're actually kind of drifting away and you're you're actually like maybe confused about what to do next, right? That can be another way we keep ourselves stuck, right? So drop toward or away. And for those of you tuning in to watch the replay, which I will let those people in after this. So drop the word towards or away in the comments, and that'll let me know, kind of gauge where you guys are and what you might be needing help with. Okay. So let's talk about, we already talked about all of the things that people typically do that keep us stuck, feeling unmotivated. But look, here's what I've noticed. This is going to be an insight for you guys. I want you to think about this as we go into the solutions here and the principles of how to access your internal source of motivation. Okay. So the solutions are here, guys. It's not prescription drugs. I'm going to say it right now. You know, you can hate me, leave this group if you don't like what I just said. If you want to, you know, blacklist me, do whatever you want to. I'm here because I'm committed to truth, and I'm telling you the truth I learned to help myself build and scale a 6-figure coaching and hypnosis healing business. Okay. So it's not prescription drugs. Prescription drugs have their time and place. They're usually created to help you stop you from hitting rock bottom, right? I've been down the path. I have nothing against them. They certainly have their place when you need them. However, there is no drug that's going to help you tap into what really your heart desires. There's no drug to do that. This is actually a skill that you need to actually learn. And I'm going to tell you about how to do that in just a minute, okay? Stop watching. I'm going to say this, guys, and part of you, some of you are going to hate me, some of you are going to love me. Stop relying on motivational videos, motivational quotes, motivational people. Stop. I'm not saying stop paying attention to them. Pay attention to them, grab their resources, sign up for their stuff. But do not rely on other sources outside of yourself for motivation. That is the biggest mistake a lot of coaches and entrepreneurs make. Is they're looking outside and saying, oh, what's that person's motivation? What's Tony Robbins' motivation? What motivates that person? What motivates Dean Graziano? What motivates, you know, all these other famous coaches? Who is it? Jay Shetty. I think Jay Shetty also is up there. Like, don't look for their motivation. That's not going to help you. It doesn't turn on anything for you. It doesn't ignite a light inside of you, right? So stop with all that stuff. Stop depending on it to move you forward. If it gives you a blast of excitement, awesome, go do that. But do not rely on these motivational quotes. You know, I think my favorite motivational quote was, have you guys seen this one? If you scroll through your Facebook feed, it pops up once in a while. It says, stop scrolling, start to take action now. Like, you've done enough scrolling, take action. Have you guys seen that one? Drop the word quote in the comments if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's popped up a few times. But it's like, stop scrolling. You've seen enough. You've seen enough quotes. Now go take action. You guys know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that one? That one always gives me a good chuckle because I also get caught up in the scrolling contest, you know, of just what can I find? What am I going to see? What can entertain me, right? So if you guys know what I'm talking about, drop the word quotes in the chat. That one always amuses me. So stop doing that. Stop using guys. Again, here's another one that's going to hit pretty hard for a lot of you. Stop using milestone events to motivate you. God, this is, I learned this one on my weight loss journey. It's like, let me work out and lose weight for a wedding. Let me run my business and start a business to impress my friend or impress my parents. Let me start making more money so that people accept me. You see what I mean? Do not operate a business from a place of trying to impress or trying to get something from someone or having expectations, right? This is a dangerous place to be if you're like, I'm only going to run my business as far as X. Only if I make this much this month. Only if I close this next client. Only if I can get to my goal like next week. These kind of time milestones are not typically helpful. In fact, do you guys know who Les Brown is? Have you ever heard Les Brown? He's a motivational speaker, one of my favorites. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Les Brown? He said something very interesting, which was, the fastest way to disappointment is to set a goal or something like that. Is to set a goal, or to set a, not a goal, but a it's like a flag post. By setting like a flag post, like I have to be here, I have to be at this place, or else I'm gonna quit, or else I'm gonna be angry, or else I'm going to stop following through. And you see how that can sabotage us so quick, because that's not setting a goal, that's setting expectations. And there's a difference between setting a goal and setting expectations. So this fastest way to disappointment is by setting and maybe you guys can come up with a better word for this, by setting like a hard deadline. I think the word deadline is what he uses, by setting a deadline. So do not set deadlines. That's going to demotivate you so fast, especially when you fall short, right? So don't set deadlines, set goals. There's a difference between those two. If you want to know what that is, let me know in the chat. If you want to know what the difference is, put difference in the chat if you want to know, and I'll record a video about that in the future. Okay. Here's the last thing that I wrote here. You're not lazy. You're not incapable. You're not unlucky. And you're not unfortunate. And I know already things are popping up for you guys, right? Like, wait a minute, but that person has this and I don't have that, or I don't have as much money as that person, or I don't have the nice house like that person, or I don't have the convenience of that like that person. When we go into this mode, we are utterly powerless. Because what you've just said and communicated to yourself with a capital S, when I say self here, I'm talking self with a capital S, yourself, is that I cannot do it unless blank. I cannot do it unless I have a brand new computer or laptop. I cannot do it unless I have this much money. I can't do it unless I have this many clients right now. I can't do it unless this. I can't do it unless I have all the answers right now. How many of you have been there? Like, drop the word answer in the comments if you've been like, I have to have all of the solutions and answers right now to move forward. Like, I need them all now. The how, the what, the when, the where, the why. Right? And instant paralysis, right? Because it's impossible. It's impossible to have all that. You learn all that as you go. Okay? So you're not any of these things. You're a person. You're a spirit inside of this walking, what do you want to call it? Meat sack, whatever you want to call it. You're a person. You are not a lazy. You are not a incapable. You're not any of these things. You're a person. You're a spirit. Whatever you want to call it. You're God. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you believe in, right? Okay? So how can we, as we wrap up here, I'm going to give you this technique, guys. You've already kind of done it here. Julianne says, lost my audio. Can you guys still hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you guys can still hear me. I want to make sure it's not my audio. Can you guys still hear me okay? Yes? Put yes in the comments. Put no if my audio dropped. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay. Are we still good? We still good, guys? Hello, 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 hello. You guys there? Or should I jump up and down, guys? What's going on? Can you guys hear me okay? Drop it in the comments. Yes? Thumbs up? Perfect. Okay, good. All right, Julianne, I hope you find your way back here. If not, this will be plastered in the feed where you can go back and watch. So here's how you access motivation. True motivation for you, okay? You're going to ask yourself this question first. Am I more motivated by pain or pleasure? That's going to be the first question. Find out your personality type. There's no wrong here, and do not make yourself wrong for it, and do not let others make you wrong for it, okay? Are you more motivated by pain or pleasure? Both work. We both have access to. However, one can be more powerful than another depending on where we are in our process, okay? Or in our life or whatever, depending on the struggle, okay? So are you more motivated by pain or pleasure? Drop it in the comments. I want to know what's coming up for you guys. Whether it's, hey, pain, suffering tends to get me going, or pleasure. When I think about pleasure, when I think about all the rewards and the things I'm going to get, it's easy for me to turn on. So drop which one you are in the chat. And once you have that answer, that's going to lead you to the next question. Okay? And the question is, okay, I'm telling you guys, this is all I do to motivate myself. That's it. Whenever I start to get flustered, stressed, confused, angry, I get into all this muck, I instantly pull myself out. I go right here, and this works every time. Okay? And you're going to need to use this over and over again. This is not permanent motivation, right? Although natural desire is always there, it gets clouded and layered by all the stuff. So identify pain or pleasure. If it's pain, you're going to ask yourself, what are the consequences of not doing X? Okay? What are the consequences of not? Let's take an example here. Working out, or let's say getting up in the morning. That's another. I see this one a lot. I can't get up in the morning to do X, to work out, to cook breakfast, to start my day early, check my emails, whatever it is. Well, what is the consequence in it for you? Not for everyone else, not for your spouse, not for your kids. Delete all that for now. What is in it for you if you don't? What's the consequences of not? Right? What comes up for you based on the desire that you dropped in here? What is coming up for you? What happens if you don't? Will you gain weight? Will you struggle with building your business? Are you going to be eating poorly? Right? What's coming up for you guys? What is the consequences of not? Okay? I want you to think about that. If you are motivated by pain, okay? Again, pain and suffering can be a huge motivator for people. It is for me. I'm more motivated by pain than pleasure, believe it or not. And it's a powerful motivator for me. So again, no right or wrong. Do not let people make you right or wrong. Don't let people gaslight and confuse you. Do what works for you, okay? So what are the consequences of not? Now, if you're motivated by pleasure, okay, if you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna love the way it feels when I'm free, when I'm excited, when I'm a six-figure earner, when I'm a multiple six-figure earner, when I finally have the house of my dreams, when I finally have more money than I need. If that motivates you, then ask yourself, what is in it for me if I do X? The thing you're procrastinating on, or you need help motivating to do, what's in it for me if I do that? Like exercise or get up in the morning. What is in it for me if I do get up? Okay? Drop it in the comments, guys. As you're asking, ask yourself, decide whether you're pain or pleasure, and then drop in the chats what's coming up for you. If you don't get up early, what are the consequences? If you do get up early, what's the reward? What is the benefit? Okay? And notice which one turns you on, like ignites a fire. Okay? And this is it. This is it. There is nothing else. There is no book that's going to teach you this, guys. I don't even know where I learned this. I honestly think I just made this up because I couldn't find a solid answer. And when I started examining times I was struggling with motivation, it was because I wasn't connected to the right feelings. Over 90% of the decisions you make in a day. Here's why this is powerful and this is why this works. Here's the science. For the science people, drop science in the comments if you're like, look, this all sounds great. What is the science behind it? I want to know the science. I got the science, okay? Over 90% of the decisions you make in a day are emotionally driven. Think about it. From the time you woke up, the time you decided to get out of bed, to what you ate for breakfast or lunch, to when you decided to start your day, for when you decided to start a family, when you decided to have kids, when you decided to go to bed, when you decided to stop working, right? when deciding what TV show you want to watch or what song you want to listen to, 90%, if not more, is all of your activities are driven emotionally, not by thinking, by feeling. Are you guys hearing me? Is this registering with you guys? Drop yes in the comments if this is powerful for you guys. This is it. I learned this on my own. It took me over 30 years, but this works every time. You want to tap into your feelings, not thinking, oh, I should be motivated because of X. No, that doesn't work. That's a logical thinking, linear thinking. It's not going to work. It's not going to motivate you. What will motivate you is, what happens if I don't? Oh shit, right? Like, oh shit kind of comes up. Oh, this is going to happen. I'm going to lose money. I'm going to gain weight. I'm going to fall behind in my business, right? That's going to get you going. Or maybe it's, oh my God, if I do, how good will it feel? How good will it feel when I hit 10K a month? How good will it feel when I hit 15K, 20K a month? That is more powerful. Okay? This is it. Doesn't get complicated. This is it. So get out there and start with those questions. Am I more motivated by pleasure and pain? This may vary, by the way. This may vary. This is not static. And then if in that moment it's pain, what'll happen if I don't? Oh shit, comes up, right? Like, uh-oh, not good. And then your body will get to work. It will take care of that for you. Or on the other hand, pleasure. I love the feeling of when I do a yoga session. I love the feeling when I work out. I love it when I'm done a workout. I love when I've closed that brand new client at the rate that I set out, right? How good will that feel, right? I love it. I'll love it when I've hired my first person. I have my first person for my team. So try this out. I want to know what results you guys experience. This is going to be fun. This is a fun and easy strategy you can start to use right now to get all that muck out of the way, get all the muck, all that browbeating, kicking yourself, and replace it with this. Let me know your results in the comments already. You should already be feeling it, right? I'm sure things are already churning for you. So guys, if you got help, if you got value out of this video, drop the word value. For those of you who are watching the replay, drop the word value on the video. And if you need more guidance in scaling your business, this is what I do. We're going to take your business from a conveyor belt of low quality clients into a high ticket lineup of the most motivated, energized, and excited customers who are paying you what you know you deserve deep down and what is going to motivate them to take action. Okay? If you need more help with that, drop the word scale in the comments. If you need more help with that, drop the word value. If this was a kick butt video for you guys, drop what you experience when you use this. I'm really curious over the next few days. I can't wait to see the results. Drop it in the comments, and I will talk to you guys later this week. I'll see you in the group. Thanks for showing up, guys. Go have an amazing, powerful week. Let's do this. Bye, guys.